What's up, y'all? JDB Sports here again for the Week 8 NFL predictions, and we got the news and the Week 7 recap.
Yeah, let's jump right into it. Some QB news to start us off here. We got a bunch of injuries and a bunch of moves in general, and yeah, a bunch of stuff here. First off, Ravens quarterback Lamar Jackson coming back for Week 8, most likely against the Bears. Again, they gotta run shop from here on out. They got to do an Aaron Rodgers and run the table from a few years back on the Packers, and they got to start winning at a high clip.
Appreciate it, like Wolf Tato.
Appreciate it.
Let's see if they can actually do it. Week 8, you got about 8-9 more weeks left in the season left. We can see if they could possibly do it and hopefully get back into a position, because at least with the Bengals being down and out as well, I mean, their only threat is the Steelers. I don't really consider the Browns a threat. Keep winning these games out of nowhere, but we had to see that. Cheese, what's up? How you doing?
Cheese. Talk about some more cheese. Bryce Young getting twirled up a little bit towards the end of the game against the Jets. Now has a high ankle sprain, expected to be out Week 8. And I'm not quite sure if Panthers have a bye on Week 9, but I'd expect him to miss that week too.
Bring on the red rifle. Let's go. Andy Dalton, come on and make this bet worthwhile for me. All right. I mean, we also got JJ McCarthy still hiding behind a fake ankle injury. You want to care to explain that fake ankle injury? Why you think it's so fake?
There was no footage ever dropped of when the ankle injury occurred. They didn't claim it was after the game that it happened, so it must happen inside the game. He seemingly played through it for the rest of the game, and he's been out 6 weeks now. This will be 6 weeks since the ankle injury, and high ankles take about 3 to 4, especially if you're a quarterback. So it's very confusing to me why the Vikings are doing this. I think it's a shot at his confidence, JJ's, and he needs more reps more than anything. What do you think? Appreciate it, Biggie.
I agree. Biggie Cheese, hope you're having a great day as well, man. Just so you know, we're actually live here and we're not just doing some recording. Saying we're live, like a lot of these other people do. Appreciate the 5 roses as well.
Heck yeah.
Let me see if I can put that in there.
But yeah, I mean, Vikings, at some point, Carson Wentz just isn't going to be enough. You've kind of seen that he isn't going to be enough in the big games. So
Philly had a good game plan against him, and obviously he's showing that he is not. We should like on the live, by the way. He's just showing that he's not, suitable for NFL production, at least at a even backup level. Carson Wentz, getting too old, man. Can't rely on his legs like he used to.
Yeah, especially after the ACL tear, and who knows? We'll see how the Vikings perform on Thursday. Some more QB news real quick. We got 4 quarterbacks on the slate. Michael Penix, Tua staying the starter, expected there. And then we got Jaden Daniels suffering a hamstring injury. My assumption is he's out a week, and then we'll come back.
Yeah, no, I think it's a good thing. Rest him for a week. I mean, we don't know what Terry McLaurin and Noah Brown's status are for next week. Figure Josh Connolly's getting him killed out there. Not gonna lie. I like Josh Connolly, but the whole right tackle transition has not been good for him. Bradatok, appreciate the likes on the live, man.
Yeah, appreciate it, Brad.
Jaden Daniels, everybody's saying he's having a sophomore slump, and he's quarterback 6 of the 2024 draft class this year. And just tune out the noise, man. Jaden Daniels is still one of the top quarterbacks in my opinion. Like him, just bad offensive game plan and stuff this last few games, and inability to execute really. Broncos versus Cowboys. Who y'all got? Oh, we're gonna get right into our predictions, man. Keep it locked right here. We're just going over some of the news real quick.
Just ball, Brad. But if you want to ask us any questions about fantasy, feel free. We can answer them for you. So no worries there. And kind of rounding out our quarterback news here, Tyrod Taylor taking over as the starter for the Jets for Justin Fields, and I know you had something to say on that.
I got my thoughts on it only for the fact that I saw a report this morning saying that there was a battle and there was no confirmation of him starting. So I'm just wondering, what exactly, what's going to be better with Tyrod that's not with Justin? I mean, I don't know, man. What do you think? I'm confused.
Before I jump into that, yeah, Miles, I would go the Adunze Kamara side. You're getting a worse wide receiver, but you do get a plus side running back. And now that Kendre Miller is out for the year with the torn ACL, I confirm that. So I'd go that side. And I think with Tyrod, it at least provides you a safer passing floor. I mean, Justin Fields isn't accurate at all. He can't push the ball downfield. Like, it's everything with him. They're not designing runs for him anymore. I don't know. It's a very uninspiring passing attack, and something needed to change. So I think it's the right move.
Nah, Fields is benched, man. Just bad performance after bad performance. When he passed for 45 yards, the writing was basically on the wall, in my opinion. Brandon, our third, usually was actually here on. He was at the Panther Jet game, and he said it was terrible. Obviously, he's a Panthers fan. He loved it for his team, but the game was just.
Yeah. And Kush, I would go the St. Brown side, and then Tyrod will look to pass first. Yeah, for fantasy purposes, Tyrod will be better for the receivers. Is Tua going to get benched also? I don't think Tua's going to get benched. I think the coach gets fired before he's benched, and then the new coach will just kind of have a leash on him.
Yeah, but backup options, Quinn Ewers, and who else?
Zach Wilson. Like, that's really putrid in my opinion. I don't think you can go either. So.
Here?
No, I know. I'm still here. Can you hear me at least?
Yeah, no, the audio is here, but all right.
I see the camera freeze, but we'll keep going for now. AJB Pittman for Lamar Worthy. Yeah, I would if you have Egbuka Jamar. He got benched during his last. Yeah, I mean, in a 31-6 blowout though, and throwing 2 back-to-back picks on drives, I think he had to get benched. Smokey, you have to send a message, but it's a really ugly situation there in Miami.
Down 31-6. I'm benching Josh Allen at that point too. I mean, you just don't want to risk injury. Think about it.
Yeah, that too.
Appreciate the follow, Brad. What's up?
Yeah, thank you.
Let's go.
Jumping into our wide receiver news here, we got 2 on our list. We got Tyler Lockett being cut. Didn't do nothing all year.
Let's talk about that. You said, all right, so I was kind of hoping for 80-yard bombs down the field from Cam Ward this year to Tyler Lockett, because he's always good for a big breaker down the field. And I think you texted me once the news broke and was just like, oh, well, you're probably down on your knees in a Wawa right now screaming at the air because you got cut. I'm just so proud of my Broncos, dude. That was a hell of a game, coming back 33 in the fourth quarter. Giants defense fell apart. I'm just surprised the Giants had you on the ropes for a while, like 3.5 quarters. It's got to be
19-0.
Yeah, you got to say formidable. It's formidable for the Giants to at least be in that position. The Broncos really showed that they had that fight. They did not give up. They pulled out the Tom Brady 28-3 moratorium and went right ham on the Giants defense.
Yeah, man. Bo Nix lit it up in the fourth, and we'll talk a little more about this game later, Smokey, too, but Bo Nix, first quarterback ever with 2 passing touchdowns and 2 rushing touchdowns in a quarter, and did it in the fourth quarter to win. So big ups for the Broncos there. I wish they could have pulled off a Kamara. True, I like their running back room right now. I think they like the committee approach. BTJ for Golden and Krosky Merritt. Oh, that's tough. But yeah, I'd lean that Golden Krosky Merritt side. Sutton, Dobbins, BTJ for CD Benson, W.
Like I said,
and then
like
Walker,
you said before, these are season altering trades, like not just per game basis.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure. Because in fantasy too, because I think Brad's alluding to fantasy a little bit. Like Kamara would function well in that Sean Payton offense. He has familiarity there. I don't know. At the end of the day, I'm fine with my running back room and the O-line there. So, take it away with Mike Evans.
Yeah, Mike Evans out 6 to 8 weeks with a broken clavicle. This man cannot stay on the field. Definitely Emeka Egbuka is going to take over his. So they're going to slowly phase him out. I mean, you love Mike Evans, Hall of Fame wide receiver. Just the injuries are starting to become too much, in my opinion. And I really think he really needs to start thinking about his life after football. Dude's still a hell of a baller, though. I'm not hating him sense of the way. We had Mike Evans right now be better than what we had as our starting lineup. I mean, we had Robbie Chosen out there against the
Yeah,
Cowboys, dude.
yeah, man.
Tough.
That rough performance, and yeah, prayers up for Mike Evans because again, he can't catch a break this season. Sorry, Rachel. I thought I answered that. I said Olave.
He
for
can
there.
catch a break because he caught one.
Yeah, he caught a literal break. Stupid.
It's terrible.
Offense gives the defense no rest. That was true for the first couple quarters. I thought the Broncos played fine defense. It's just, again, being tired, like you said. So, moving into some tight end news here, we got Darren Waller suffering a pec strain week to week. Yeah, I think he's going to miss more than just a week. I think he's going to miss about 3 or 4 at least. And yeah, he'll come back at one point when the Dolphins have won 2 games and really unhappy at that point. Traded Warren, Booty, and May for Scata, Dunze, and Johnston. I'm not that big of a fan of that move, Caden, but if you needed more wide receiver, or if you needed a running back, that's fine. Tez Johnson, Rashad White. Rashad White starts this week. I'd pick him. So.
What
yeah,
hurts
Dre
this week is Dre, being suspended.
Yeah, he freaking ran after a ref, and I was actually going to get to that in a bit, but he ran after a ref and started cussing him out, I believe. So, that's never fun.
I'm watching your camera right now.
I know. I'm glitching like a madman. I'm going to see if I can turn off glitching. That'll be better. But, and then Brock Bowers expected to be good after the week 8 bye. That was expected. Ref pushed one of our players and he stood up for him. Oh, didn't see that.
It's just, it's one of those gray areas. It's like, stand up to an official and get flagged and potentially suspended. They should have likes an alive wolf taking the continuous ones. But at the same time, sticking up for your teammate, that's more or less, I'm not gonna say the bro code. That's what a man does, man. Stand up for the guy next to you. But at the same time, you're going against an official. The official should not have shoved them in the first.
I get you. I'd hold Jacoby Jadaven just because he might get traded, especially today after he said he absolutely wants to get traded still. So he just wants out of Vegas. Some other news. Yeah, some other news real quickly. We'll run through and get into some recap because, again, there's just so much news that's happened. Doug Martin, unfortunately, passed away. Hearing more news on his story. It looks like a little conundrum with the police. More details to come on that. We'll give you more.
Dude used to tear defenses up, I'll tell you that. He was on the wrong side of a BTA from Doug Martin before.
Yeah.
And so, let's rapid fire the rest of this news out of here. We got Saints offensive line Eric McCoy out for the year with a bicep tear. Hate to see another blow for a Saints team that really isn't that good to begin with, but they're staying competitive, and that's a lot more than you could really ask for.
Yep.
You also got Roquan Smith back for week 8, so they're getting one of their valued linebackers back. We'd love to see it for the Ravens. You want to go ahead and answer that?
Of course. So he tried appealing it today, Smokey. I'm not sure why they didn't allow the appeal to go through. I don't know. The league office just didn't see enough to change it up.
And we also...
I said keep Myers just in case he gets traded, but we're good on those. But yeah, Bill's activating the window for Max Hairston to come back off IR. He hasn't played all year. Huge for them.
And Marion Overshown also activating that window to come back to Cowboys. Definitely could use on that defense. It's been pretty poor this year. I mean, I'm not going to say anything. They just held us to like 20 points. Brees Hall for Sutton.
I'd keep Hall. But
it's man, I actually did not see this piece of news, and I'm pissed now. Dorrance Armstrong out for the year.
Oh, you didn't see that piece of news?
I didn't see it. Nope. You got me there. Go.
Yeah, they're thinking it's a torn ACL, but they don't know the logistics of it quite yet, I don't believe.
He was one of our, most valued, one of the best pass rushers we had this year.
Yeah, he was tearing it up for you guys. So big ups there. I wanted him when he was a free agent when he's a free agent, and Chargers didn't end up getting him. So who are Bills bringing back? They're bringing back Max Hairston, first round pick. He was a corner. He hasn't played really this year, but super talented, super athletic, and the Bills are notorious at turning corners into gold. So I think it'll be a match made in heaven for them.
I want to jump around this one. Brandon Graham comes out of retirement for Philadelphia, signing a 1-year deal. I mean, I know there was a lot of rumblings over the course of this week about that one. Just adding extra to an Eagles defense that's already pretty stout, and just see him more as like a fill-in rotational. I don't really see him as starting caliber, unless you do. I mean, I personally don't, but I think he's just one of those guys that come in and keep the defense fresh. Yeah. Also got Giants cutting, Jude McAdamy. I probably butchered his name, but it is what it is.
Hey, that's on the money.
He's cut.
Yeah. He is cut after missing a PAT. Was it 2 PATs or a PAT and a field goal? I forget. I think it was PAT field goal.
Yeah.
But regardless, the Giants needed to get rid of him after that one.
Dude needs to go back to the kicking academy.
Kev, I would, seeing your running backs now, obviously I would keep Scadaboo, and Benson is going to be hard to move. Maybe if you compare Saquon and Hall for something, maybe like a lower end RB like 3-ish to relieve Scadaboo and Benson, and then get another great wide receiver. That's probably what I would do. 2 PATs. Yeah.
Oh.
So gotcha. So I was wrong. My apologies. I just knew it was 2 close mixed kicks, and then Chiefs defensive lineman Omar Norman Lott, beast this year. He's out for the year with an ACL tear. So a little bit of a bump down for that Chiefs defense. But let's get into some recap.
All right, let's quickly fire this off and get to these picks. I know Smokey's wanting to see what we pick for the Broncos. Let's get to it. Steelers at Bengals, 31-33 victory for the Bengals. Joe Flacco wins the Unk Bowl, is what they've been saying. So tore up the Steelers defense at the end. He looked pretty unprepared. Got any thoughts on that game? Or really a good win for the Bengals, but nobody thought they were going to win. We all picked Steelers, I think, this.
Yeah, the Bengals got the run game going. That's what they've been missing all year. They had over 100 rushing yards. They won. Coincidence? I think not. So good job on the Bengals. I just wanted to say to Kev, someone offered me Waddle and Pollard. See if you could shop around, Kev. See if you can get some other offers. That's not bad, but you never know what's going to happen in Miami, and Pollard's not a good option. So Rams Jaguars 35-7 schmackdown. Rams stomped out the Eagles without Puka, and now they go into the bye happy. The Jaguars are on fraud watch for sure. I don't think they're as legitimate a team as we've made them seem over the past couple. Me specifically, but I'd say we as a collective, I don't think they're a playoff team.
Let's talk about another stinker, man. We got right now Raiders laying up as a goose egg against the Chiefs. They continue their dominance. We all thought the Chiefs were going to win. That's for sure. Easy pick. But I didn't think the Raiders were going to put up 0, man. 0 points for real. Raiders, you got to do better.
I think 66 passing yards for Geno, if my memory serves me correct, or something like that.
Geno continues his meltdown.
Yeah, man. Pollard, Wilson for St. Brown. Sorry, I thought I answered you earlier, Kush. I would go St. Brown side. But yeah, man, Chiefs are looking real nice again, and I'm scared as a little Chargers fan. But
they're gearing up for their late season stack.
Takeover.
Yeah, takeover. Yeah. Okay, the late season stack where they want to win all the games at the end of the year and suck for the have their nice slow start. Gotta talk about the Dolphins at Browns. Browns beat the heck out of the Dolphins, dude. Mike Vick, like we said, still don't understand how he doesn't have I can't even talk. This is so bad. I still do not understand how this man does have a job. Terrible. Mike McDaniel, dude, should have been fired weeks ago.
Yeah, dude, it's really bad. Tevin, I'll answer you before I jump into this. I would go Henry Kamara, leave out Brown there. But yeah, man, I just don't get it. How you can't lead a football team properly. They're having players only meetings every week. Tua is not taking accountability. When he does take accountability, it's backhanded towards the team. It's just get rid of everyone, man. Get rid of the GM, the coach, the quarterback.
I don't think it's straight coach. It's top down. I think this is a culture change needed for Miami. Just feel like everybody's just lost their will to play. I mean, you get blown out by the Browns. That's saying something. They were bottom feeders of the NFL the last few years. I mean, yeah, they have a good defense. I'll give them that. But come on, it's the Browns.
Yeah. At the end of the day, you got to compete against the bottom feeders in the NFL. Even
at least hold your own, not get just about blown out.
Yeah.
All right, we got Patriots at Titans, 31-13 shellacking. Same Titans, different coach. I thought they were going to play hard, man. I thought they were going to play hard. They proved unfruitful. Patriots had a day, man.
Yeah, and I mean, the Titans started off okay. They were playing some competitive ball in the first quarter, but after that, man, you had the Cam Ward turnover into the end zone for a touchdown. It's so many miscues, man.
Yeah, and bad teams can't get over miscues. So,
yeah, it is crazy to think about Smokey 70-20.
Yeah, you remember that, right? Oh man, that probably stings. But at the same time, you're looking at the Dolphins completely collapse right now, and you're like, "That's what y'all get. That's what y'all get for blowing us out that bad." Anyways, nah, man. The Broncos are one of the best teams in the NFL, in my opinion, as far as defensive goes, and they got a nice young quarterback and that good system. So, Broncos are going to be a hell of a team to beat.
Yeah. If Knicks can play some solid ball, that's going to be they're going to live and die by Bo Nix. That's all it is to them. Wheelchair guy, Judkins and Wilson for JSN. With the depth you have, sure. Sorry, I don't know what else to call you, man. Let's move into Panthers Jets and talk about another wheelchair guy, Bryce Young, picking up the win over the Jets. The Jets are the plague, and they suck the life out of everything that touches them. What do you think?
Only winless team in the NFL to date. I think this is probably one of the worst. I think the 0-16 Browns were better than this team, bro. It's that bad.
I mean, it's pretty bad. Pretty bad.
All-time Brady out of retirement or something. Do something. I don't know. That's got this musk to them. Whereas they think they were like, you think they're gonna be great. I know they were putting feelers out there for the Lombardi Trophy when they traded for when they got Aaron Rodgers. And then Aaron Rodgers brought back all his unk buddies with Devontae Adams and all that, and this just didn't work out. I don't know, man. The Jets, they ruined such a good thing. I mean, Aaron Rodgers, you see how he's doing with the Steelers. He's playing well. The Jets just have a must to them that you just can't really shake. It just stinks real bad. Being from New Jersey and in New Jersey at the moment, I could smell them from.
It's all bad in New York, and wheelchair guy, London Sutton and JSN, with Bucky and Jalen as your main guys, and then Chase Brown. You can honestly look to make other moves as well, man. I'm kind of just a beast lineup in general. Sean needs to let Bo do what he does best: scramble and make plays. Yeah, his play calling was way too conservative the entire game, and I think designing some,
I think he just doesn't want to see what happened to Jaden Daniels happen to him. Because like Peyton said, you guys live or die by Bo Nix. Yeah, you got a great defense, but if your offense can't consistently produce, then your defense is going to get tired. Obviously, you know how that. He probably is just being overly cautious with him, and I don't blame him. Jaden's hurt for the second time this season.
Yeah. I don't know. The NFL is full of injuries, and
it's pretty bad.
I think injury is more luck based than anything, and of course, putting yourself in a situation more often than not increases that luck or that chance. But at the same time, it's just like you got to use the tools that your quarterback has. Yeah, BMG. I would also go. That's a tough one. I'll go Pickens there. Either way, not a bad option. But yeah, I totally understand. Let's
talk about an overrated take. George Pickens is better than CD.
Oh, heck no.
He's been performing better as of late. I mean, yeah, I know CD's just getting back, but I don't know. George Pickens is that guy that you don't want to meet as a DB. CD Lamb doesn't scare me. Like, George Pickens, George Pickens, you know he's going to beat you. CD, I don't know, man.
I don't know. I think CD is a good bit better. In my opinion, I think CD is a top 5 guy. No ifs, ands, or buts.
He can play in.
So,
player.
Rashad White for Tajay Spears. Ooh. I'm gonna say, man, because you got I don't think Bucky Irving comes back this week. I think he comes back week 10. So it's like, who do you prefer long term? I'd go Spears, I guess. Yeah, Bo wasn't sacked.
Would you take Spears even? You see the Titans using him effectively.
Yeah, just because he gets more pass catching work. And in fantasy, Rashad White's going to get nothing when Bucky's back. So, but let's jump to Saints Bears. 14-26, Bears taking the dubski at home. Spencer Rattler, I think, had 2 or 3 picks, really ugly ones at that. Could have stayed in the game. And the Bears continue to run the ball effectively. That's been their bread and butter recently. You stick with it and you pick up another win to remain really competitive in that. Yeah, appreciate it, man. So, I don't know. I think the Bears played some solid ball. I think they're down the line. They're not going to be a contender or anything like that, but they're a frisky team.
I appreciate the likes on the live as well. Yeah. Spencer Rattler really showed. I have nothing to really say on this one. Can we just move on? I have nothing really to say on it.
Eagles Vikings, take it away.
All right, Eagles Vikings. Carson Wentz in a game against the Philadelphia Eagles. He did not look the same at all. Honestly, Carson Wentz is old. The Eagles really had a good game plan for him. 2 interceptions spoiled them the win. I know they were close to a comeback in the fourth quarter and just couldn't get it done. Just Philly had a great game plan for the ex-Eagle, and yeah, the Vikings win a close one. Well, the Eagles win a close one. I was about to say, I wish the Vikings won. I think I picked them to win. See, I picked them. I picked the Eagles closely, something like that.
Yeah, either way, it was going to be super close with the Vikings at home. Coming off the bye, I thought they were going to put a better performance up there. But before I jump into that, Isaac, I would lean the Bowers and Moore side. I think you're giving too much up for Rome in that case. And I think you can get Travis Hunter for cheaper than that, Patrick.
I thought he said BJ for Travis Hunter. I was about to say, yo.
That's a bargain. That's a bargain. But yeah, Vikings fall in this one. The Eagles, I mean, I guess they look better with the ground game. I don't trust them that much.
More this week.
For sure. It was 304 to AJ Brown and Devontae Smith combined. So
shout up Sandy. Appreciate the likes and all.
Up Gabriel. But yeah, it just wasn't enough. The Vikings didn't do enough to knock off the Eagles at home and made too many costly mistakes. And I'll bring up the Chargers game now.
You can just take it away and keep it. I'm not going to talk on this one.
I'll keep it. Jonathan Taylor, the Colts offensive line, they manhandled us on offense. And then our offense has 2 red zone turnovers that are inexcusable. Tip pass or not, Herbert's got to be better down there, and especially we've been bad all year. So
getting tired of Justin Herbert yet, or what?
No.
I saw somebody say that he's not a NFL caliber quarterback just because of his inability to perform in the red zone. He keeps turning it over. That was what this Dolphins fan said. Anyways, I'm just saying that because
Dolphins fan.
It's a Dolphins fan. His team sucks, so he's got to hate on everybody else too. So, I mean, here's what it is. His
team that picked Tua over Herbert, by the way, the Dolphins back in 2020. Roman Tet for Igbuka. Yeah, do that. Who y'all think is going to make it to the Super Bowl? That's tough.
It's hard now because
Chiefs Rams.
You're not saying you don't think Bills take it this year?
No.
It depends.
Seeing the same old Bills.
So many things have kind of like interjected, and it throws the picks askew. So The only one consistent I could say is like, yeah, Rams. I could talk to them. But the Packers haven't been inspiring enough to whereas they could get that from the Rams. I want to say Rams, then Eagles, then Packers, and on the other side, I'm gonna go Chiefs in a slim margin, but I'm going Bills right after. So I think it could go either way. But it just depends if Patrick Mahomes and co have that type of late season performance that makes you think like, yeah, this team is gonna go and win 3 more. Hey,
Yeah, yeah.
still like
I
some
just think
lives, by the way.
I think the Chiefs offense is gonna get it right this time in the playoffs and not be absolutely decimated. But again, who knows? And again, I just wanted to drive one more Herbert point home before we jump onto this Broncos game. Again, we've already touched on it a little bit, but again, Herbert leads the league in passing yards and has been hit the most in the league, 20 times more than the next quarterback. To put it in perspective, Herbert's been hit. So
Wow.
it's a very, very bad offensive line. We're playing with our third string right tackle, our second string left tackle. Our right tackle has been unemployed since 2022, and we're playing with the center that our team won't give up on. It's very sad in Charger land. Let's move on to Broncos.
I'm tired of
Giants.
them. You tired of that center? You said that center needs to get the hell out. Been saying this for like 2 or 3 weeks now. So yeah, let's go Giants at Broncos. Giants had control for a majority of the game, down 19, well, up 19-0. You think that they were just going to run away with the game, but the Broncos come back in the fourth quarter, score 33 unanswered. Jesus, man, that team had offense. God, we talked about it earlier. Bo Nix and Sean Payton had that team humming and keeping the fight they did. Giants really just fell asleep at the controls as far as the defense goes in the fourth quarter, and yeah, the Broncos make them pay. Why the Broncos are one of the most legitimate teams out of the NFL in that conference.
Yep. I'll just give more credit to the Giants for hanging in there.
Yeah, really.
Even though you didn't win, but yeah, you got to finish those off.
I'm on the bandwagon for the Broncos right now. They're doing well. At the same time, I think I predicted them 10-7 wild card like last year, and I can still see that being a possibility depending on the rest of the AFC West takes up and if the Chargers can wake up and start losing. That didn't answer your fantasy, Mike.
Oh, Matthew's just making a funny. Josh Allen or Geno Smith. Packers Cardinals.
Geno Smith. Take a Geno Smith with the smelling salts.
Geno Smith needs something. He needs something in his life.
Their offensive
Packers. Yeah, I don't know, something. Packers barely winning this one. Jacoby Brissett plays another competitive game. This Cardinals team is really reeling for a win, in all honesty. They just can't seem to get it, and they let up that touchdown late to lose.
We got a quarterback controversy going on in Arizona. Bench Kyler for life. Nah, just kidding. I mean,
Kyler is not pretty good this year. So
that's what I'm saying. Go with the hot hand if it serves you well. I mean, Jacoby can get that win, then I don't know. I just feel like you just don't take away the hot hand in this point if Kyler's still struggling.
Yeah.
Jacoby Brissett has proven to be a fine backup, starter, especially with England. And when he was with the Commanders, we really liked him as our backup. He was rolling pretty well. I mean, he just had a couple of deep ball inaccuracy issues, in my opinion. Overthrew some guys, threw some bad picks every now and then, but you're going to expect that out of a guy like Jacoby Brissett. But he's a good game manager, so I think the Cardinals definitely do have somebody special as far as that backup goes, and don't hate them going forward. Colt McCoy, bring him back.
Heck no.
Great for Kirk.
No Colt McCoy. Talking about a team, and I didn't really mention this in the news because it's just speculation, but we'll talk about the Commanders, Cowboys. The report I wanted to make is they're looking at a trade offer for Max Crosby.
Yeah, but
I love it for them, but
yeah, but you fail to pay Micah. You're going to trade more draft capital? I mean, yeah, you're getting that 2 first round. What does Las Vegas want for him? I don't think he leaves Las Vegas. I think he likes it there. He didn't.
I don't know.
But money will talk, and being down in Big D could prove beneficial for Crosby as well. I don't know. It's kind of hard to say. Would you want him down in Dallas? Like, does he fit personnel, and do you think it'll give them an
Yeah.
instant boost?
Yeah, because the Cowboys play the most zone coverage in the league.
Yeah,
So
I've seen that.
and then he flipped a switch, and that's why I think the Cowboys played so well again too. Is they played so much man this weekend that they haven't played in the past.
Yeah, it's 'cause
That
you
it
don't-
just yeah.
I think that
You
was
had bad wide receivers everywhere. I mean, Chris Moore, Luke
Yeah.
McCaffrey, Jalen Lane. Are you kidding me? You're gonna play man on those guys all day.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, I say it as a Commanders fan. Chris Moore being the journeyman, Luke McCaffrey just been pretty phased out when the top three, well, it's top two back, and it's hard to get separation for him. He's really good in the return game. Don't get me wrong. I feel like that's why we keep him around. Obviously, Jalen Lane with the punt returns, but these guys aren't scaring anybody. And even when Terry is back in the lineup, they could double him, and then what? You go to Debo, stop Debo with a good defensive end like Matt Crosby, or basically just decent zone coverage to where you don't bite down your man. I just don't see them getting enough separation this year, and yet take him on a screen with Debo Samuel or maybe a double move with Terry, but I don't think he's got the speed, skinny enough to excellent cornerback one. So
I totally get you. And again, we'll just hope the Commanders get healthy and everything, and hope their defense comes back to life a little bit.
do it
Think
now.
You and I
Fire-
share that sentiment for
Fire,
Chargers.
dude, fire Joe Witt.
Yeah.
Fire Joe Witt. The game plan has not been good. Either Dan Quinn take over play calling duties or figure something out. I mean, promote Ryan Kerrigan to defensive coordinator if you have to. Get rid of freaking Joe Witt, dude. Joe Witt is put him in bad position.
Yeah. Audrey, I would go the Henry AJ Brown side. And then Joe, I prefer Achane just because of the pass catching volume. Jacobs is a safer option though. So if you want to play it safe, Jacobs. Let's round out our recap here. The 3 primetime games. Falcons Niners 10-20. CMC had an amazing performance. 2 touchdowns in the game, put it up in a certain amount of yards. It was just a CMC game. You saw it from the get-go. The Niners wanted to run the ball. They ran it really effectively. They counteracted the strength of the Falcons, which is the Falcons' pressure, by running the ball, by taking a lot of this pressure off Mac Jones. And then the Falcons play a horrible offensive game. Michael Penix looks out of sorts. They can't get Bijan going early, and that pays dividends in the end for the Niners. Who are you trying to pick up this week with all the buys? It kind of just depends at each position. Tight end Gadsden for sure. He's been an animal, especially over the past couple weeks, getting more opportunity. RB, Breece Hall might get traded, so look Isaiah Davis, Brashard Smith. There's not anyone like startable though as far as running backs go. With the waiver wire, it's pretty rough right now. Kyle Mononga is a good stash. Blake Corum. It's kind of a bunch of backups. But did you have anything you want?
Breaking news: Raiders are not trading Max Crosby per Bleacher Report.
They say that now, but who knows?
But money will talk. He won't be moved before the deadline, despite other teams for NFL. There we go. Breaking news on stream. Let's go. Max Crosby is staying in Las Vegas.
Best backup, man, it's probably Corum, the Rams backup. If not Cora, I mean, you got Brian Robinson Jr. for the Niners. You got Ollie Gordon for Miami. You have, man, I'm trying to think of who I have on my team. I have a lot of running. Oh, Tyler Algier is the best backup by far.
Yeah, I'll give him because he's always breaking a nice big run when you need him. Goku, appreciate the likes and the live, man.
Appreciate it. Buccaneers,
Super Saiyan,
Lions. We'll touch on the Monday games and get into our weekly picks here. Baker, terrible on long throws last night. 0 of 7 on throws, 20 plus yards downfield. Really struggled. Had Tez Johnson on a corner route in the end zone. Missed him wide open. Him and Egbuka weren't on the same page all day. I don't know whether to chalk that up to Egbuka's hamstring or what, but I think Baker played a poor game. The Lions did great running the ball, especially with Jahmyr Gibbs. Broke a big one early, and then just kind of controlled the game from there on.
Tough cut G. you talking to Peyton or what?
Probably.
Yeah, I think it likes me a lot still, man.
Judkins QJ for Warren DK. I would say if you really need a tight end, Goku, I'd go Warren DK. Just because I don't think QJ keeps up this performance. So,
get to it. Yeah, the Lions did well. The Buccaneers did not. Jaylen?
Oh, Jaylen Warren. Oh, I would lean the Judkins side then. Just because I know they use Jaylen Warren a good bit. Kenneth Gainwell is always there, though, and that kind of scares me. And then you got 2 Steelers and Ladd. Oh, geez. That adds another layer. I mean, if you need depth, then yeah, I would go Goku. But if you don't need depth and you just need the better players, go Judkins QJ. Yeah.
Yo, we love $5,000. Let's get it. Okay, we already know.
Message me with God did. God did. Frankie, that's my message, bro. God did.
What's a bot?
Oh, well. Frankie, I don't even know what his profile picture is. But moving on to more bots, let's get to the Texans.
There you go. All right. Taking that loss, Seattle. All right, let's go. 27-19. Gross play calling and execution. It is what it is, man. Not really too much to say on it, Mike.
It just no push by that offensive line. Woody Marks had, I believe it was 4 third and fourth and shorts, like 3rd and 1, 4th and 1, or 3rd and 2, 4th and 2. He went 0 for 4 on those attempts, picking up the first down.
The game was pretty out of hand early in that one too. I went to go watch.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's fair.
Gotta
get the gaming in. I would lean the Saquon side, Goku, but that's pretty even. Saquon has not been doing well this season. Chalk it up to the O-line being below average in run blocking and the play calling as well. Jalen Hurts isn't running anymore. Like, it's a very uncreative offense to be wary of, but
wondering if that's a Kevin Patullo move, keeping him in the pocket.
It is.
Okay,
it definitely is.
What are they trying to accomplish by this? Jalen Hurts. I said this already. I think Jalen Hurts. Lamar Jackson does not deserve the flack for the running back, for being the world's greatest running back. That's Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts is wildly inaccurate at most. Just see him more as a running threat more than a throwing threat. A lot of people agree with that.
Yeah.
Why are you looking at me like that? Looking at me like I just freaking said Josh Allen's doo-doo water.
No, I'm thinking from the standpoint of like Jalen Hurts is a really watered down Russell Wilson to me, where they have similar traits at being really good at the deep ball and also mobile.
Are we talking about watered down?
A lot more watered down.
Are we talking about watered down now or prime?
Seahawks. Okay. Seahawks.
But at the same time, you have a good supporting cast in Philadelphia around him, so it really masked up his flaws. And I've said this before. I'm not an Eagles fan. I'm not an Eagles hater either. Obviously, Commanders fan. Y'all know me if y'all been with the stream. But I'm not gonna lie and say that he's MVP worthy. I don't think he is. I feel like just the supporting cast really helps him out, and there's nothing really more that you can say about it. Jalen Hurts gets helped by the team around him, and the team around him is not performing so well now due to that offensive system coming to crash down and being so vanilla. Dude, I could call a better offensive system than Madden. I would actually run with Jalen Hurts and do more toss cracks to Saquon Barkley and get him out on the edge a little bit more because he is pretty fast. So
the read option made him so successful last year. You want to get Saquon out in space, and running so many inside runs with Saquon, it defeats the purpose.
You don't got
and the zone runs you are running, it's predictable.
You don't got Jason Kelce out front anymore. It's a banged up Cam Jurgens at that, and Landon Dickerson and stuff. I mean, I'm not saying they're not great, but if something's
They
not
haven't
working,
been this year.
yeah, but I'm saying if something's not working, why do they keep running back to the same old same old? I'm sure Eagles fans are on W 94 WIP calling and getting all pissed off, saying, "Can you change the offensive coordinator?" Eagles fans want Kevin Patullo out of there, and honestly, I would want them. Kevin Patullo is excuse me, offensive coordinator. I'd rather have Bill Lazor than freaking Kevin Patullo. I'd rather have Bill Belichick as offensive coordinator, even though he's a defensive guy, more than Kevin Patullo. I'd rather even have.
Okay.
Okay, my daughter's talking about some.
You rather have your daughter coaching the football team
Dude,
because at least she'll say, Saquon, take the ball.
Me and Brandon could call better Madden plays or better offensive plays than Kevin Patullo. I could be a little bit more creative than that.
Yep.
Use AJ Brown for God's sakes. I mean, I know they started, but God with that dog and Kincaid.
Yeah, and Dave, sorry we didn't get to your question as well. Yeah, we think the Ravens beat the Bears, and we'll get into some finalized predictions here real quick. Yeah, I trade Kincaid for Addison. If you really need a wide receiver, man, maybe try pairing Kincaid with one of your options and even go after someone a little bit better than Addison, just because you don't know how he's going to fare if JJ McCarthy does come back. If JJ McCarthy comes back, Jordan Addison is a terrible fantasy asset. So if you could try to get some more, just so you're not worried about that quarterback situation, go for it. And with that, we jump into our recap on the Vikings. I mean, our picks on the Vikings-Chargers game.
Let's go out first. Chargers at home, 3.5-point favorites. Peyton, take it away with the Chargers fan stuff that you are.
No worries, Justin. Yeah, I'm going to go Chargers barely. I think Carson Wentz being a little banged up helps us in this regard. I think our team being a little pissed off pays off in this regard. Hopefully the defense can wake up. I'm not confident. I'll go 27-24.
Like Carson Wentz does the banging this week. 20-17 Vikings.
Yeah. Yeah, I have no faith in our team. If he does the bang, then unfortunately I got to watch him do the bang, no diddy.
Ravens or Bears? No way the Ravens. Oh, man.
Yeah, Uruguay. We both pick Ravens, and that game's right after this prediction. We'll jump into Jets-Bengals. Bengals being 6.5-point favorites. I don't think Jets, at home. I don't think the Jets go on the road and win amid all this turmoil. I'll rock with the Bengals.
They stay winless with Woody Johnson still being a nutcase. Bengals 21-12.
Heck yeah.
Ugly score against ugly team.
Yeah. All the field goals in the world, man. Just kick them all.
Nick, at least that's something that you could say. Nick Folk's okay.
Yeah, he's the only bright spot on that team. And now moving into the most highly anticipated game asked on the stream, Bears Ravens. Is Ravens 6.5-point favorites at home?
Yeah, there you go. Don't ask me. You already know.
Yeah, I think Ravens win at home pretty handily. Coming off the bye, Lamar should be back. Defense should be a lot healthier. Kyle Hamilton, Roquan Smith, Chidobe Awuzie, list goes on. Jair Alexander, even whole 9 yards.
Going 30-27 Ravens, only for the fact that I feel like Lamar starts a little rusty and a little slow, as you could. Yeah, like you said, with defense getting back to it, I feel like the Ravens take advantage, and Caleb Williams has an accurate day.
Yeah.
Eagles going on a generation. Eagles going on a generational run. Not with Kevin Patullo, bro.
Not just that. Yeah, I don't think their defense is as stacked. I don't think their O-line is as stacked.
On paper they are, but not in performance.
On the results. So, and then Josh Jacobs and Keenan Allen for JT. I don't think you fleece necessarily, but if you have a lot of wide receiver depth, that's a really good deal, Kai. Good stuff. Dolphins, Falcons. I'm going to keep it short and sweet on this one. I think Dolphins can be a little more competitive. That meets the eye. I'll take Falcons, though, 21-13. I think Bijan's just going to run.
I'm going to be similar with you. I'm going to go Falcons 20-16. And I have no hope for Dolphins at all. I mean, neither does Vegas beat with Falcons beat 7.5-point favorites. I think Bijan and, like you said, they hold that game. Maybe another 200-yard game.
Yeah. Yeah, I can see it easily, especially if Algier doesn't come in till later and it stays competitive. I think he for sure gets there. But yeah, my only question would be about the competitiveness of that game. Moving into Bills Panthers. One that we disagree on, I'll go Bills 27-13. Coming off the bye, I think they really run the ball effectively. I think that's going to be their bread and butter this week. Panthers are much better against the pass than the run.
Like
I expect
last year.
The Bills to lean into their bread and butter and take the dub.
I believe they will as well, but I don't know. I just feel like last second field goal gets the man. I go 21-20 Panthers only for the fact that, yeah, Panthers are at home. They've had a hot streak at home. I'm going to ride with the hot hand here. Yeah, Bills are coming off a bye, I believe you said. Just think that, you know, with the Panthers rolling and wheeling and dealing at home, they just take advantage of maybe a possibly slow start from the... Hopefully they can, like you said, they're better against the pass. We'll see, man. I'm going for the upset here, 21-20.
Heck yeah.
Andy Dalton first 3 touchdowns. Yeah, 3 touchdowns.
I mean, these backup quarterbacks, you look at them around the league, and they've played solid in relief coming in out of nowhere. Like, you look at a Joe Flacco game. Why am I spacing so much now that I brought up that point? Yeah, you got Jacoby Brissett, and now you got Andy Dalton possibly. So you never know. Trade Moore and Golden for Pittman? Yeah, most definitely. Jumping onto a game that is a line I don't really like. Niners, Texans. Texans favored by 2.5 at home. I get you're at home. I get you're the better defense. But this offense is anemic. And I think the Niners are going to have more success than you'd think in the run game. And I think they're going to take advantage with 17-14 dip.
I feel like 49ers have their way with them 20-10. And go ahead with that. Would you start Dowdle, Chuba, or Pacheco?
I'm definitely not starting Chuba out of those. I'd probably go Dowdle.
Yeah, let's say if you guys did fantasy more on a game basis per se, I would definitely start them against. Again, I know y'all doing. If y'all do a per game basis, yeah, against one.
Liana is asking on a per game basis this week. I don't know. I think Chuba's going to be ineffective early, and they're going to start passing the ball a lot to Dowdle. So I think Dowdle's pass catching work, it supersedes Pacheco's split that he has there. Gibbs for JSN, JT, and Scadaboo. Oh my gosh. Your team is stacked. Chango. Of course, Liana. I'd go JSN. Right move. But good team, Chango. Let's move on to Giants, Eagles. Eagles 6.5 point favorites at home.
At home.
Yeah, I'm going to roll with the Eagles. I don't think they go 0-2 to a divisional opponent, especially not the Giants. I know the Giants have been playing better ball recently.
I think they do.
Don't expect them to get enough to win.
Giants for the upset again. I'm going 21-20. The fact that they've been keeping it against the Broncos. I feel like they're pissed off with that defensive performance. I feel like they get right and clamp down on that basic Kevin Patullo offense like we just spoke on earlier. I feel like Giants win. And I'm not going to say they're not going to win mightily because I know they're at Eagles. I'm going 21-20. It's going to be the upset of the week.
Heck yeah. And I don't mind the pick at all. Again, just kind of want to see how Dart performs his second time out against a Fangio defense. He's been performing good. So good on him. Guy Fier. I will CD Pearsall for Jacobs Pickens, man. I would go Jacobs Pickens side. I think Pearsall is going to be good down the stretch, but especially if you need a running back, man, definitely go for that. Any good wide receivers might be on waivers. Man, Jason Anamon Ron by.
Appreciate the follow, AUT or AU2TI. I'm guessing Austin. Appreciate the follow, yeah. Yeah, just didn't want to call you out there.
Leon, no, you're all good. I would say it kind of depends. If you're in a 10-man league, probably Darnell Mooney, Chris Godwin, Gadsden, or Otten rest of the season, I'd go Gadsden. I think both are like the third option on their team. Gadsden just provides more talent, Luca. Tez Johnson is a good option right now if Chris Godwin's not in, of course. Who else? Josh Reynolds is the number one wide receiver right now for the Jets without Garrett Wilson there. And Tyrod's starting, so he's up against the Bengals. Mooney is available. Mooney would be a solid pickup. Start 2. I go... Man, that's tough. Maybe Chase Brown and Tet, Aiden? Tez, yeah. it's hard when you're low on waivers. Kincaid or Tez at flex? I'd go Tez. Tez is the number 2 wide receiver right now. Lean more on a wide receiver. Genty on bye, Jason. That's tough. Metcalf for Chase Brown. If you need a running back, I'd shoot for it, Luca. Why not? Sorry. Let's jump back into picks.
No. Look, guys. I do not mind fantasy. Keep it going. Cool. Let's get these picks. Answer that question first.
Yeah. No, you're Leanna. Ask all the questions you want.
Yeah,
I would say there's better options out there than Jalen Coker right now, just because he's a wide receiver 2 on the Panthers. Appreciate the follow, by the way. Bryce Young's out. You don't know what it's going to look like, really. Maybe if you can afford a week to hold on to him, do. If he's not going to perform this week, I don't know. Tet's always going to be that wide receiver 1 there. So.
Oh yeah. No Coke.
Browns.
All right.
Patriots. No Coke.
No Coke. Yeah. I'm going for the upset. Browns on the road. I'm taking them 21-17. Just to stay competitive in this one. I feel like they take down the Patriots here. Taking down just a little bit of a peg. I just feel like it. Feeling this upset. Then again, I'm upset happy this week. The last time I was upset happy fared pretty well. I think I was like 2-2.
Yeah, and on upsets, that's a W.
Yeah, well enough.
Upsets, that's a W. Who else is available, Leon? I'm just curious in your league. Maybe there's some other top options. Just if you could look at the top projected, maybe I can help you out a little more. But I'm going Patriots 20-10. They've been playing out of their mind. They've won 4 straight. They're now 5-2 after winning 4 straight. I don't think that stops at home. I don't think it's a bad take, just because if Patriots can't get anything going in the running game, they become too predictable in the passing game. Browns have a really good secondary. I think they could feast. So.
All right, we got Buccaneers 5.5-point road favorites at the Saints. I'm going Buccaneers 20-13. The Saints keep it competitive in an interdivision game, but I feel like Buccaneers come out top. And you got Baker. It's hard to bet against him, man. Even if he puts up a stinker like he did this last week, I feel like he comes back all pissed off and takes advantage. And I feel like Ibuka could definitely get some that work in and get the timing down just right.
Yeah, I think they're going to be a lot better this week. I'll go Buccaneers 27-21 as well. But again, look for the Saints to stay competitive at home, divisional game. Again, 5.5 is a really good line for that game.
You said Mooney, Mims, Pierce, Bateman, Higgins, Leggett, Franklin, Shepard, Harris, and Washington.
Yeah, I would lean Mooney for sure in that case. Oh, Booty's a nice choice too, though. I know. Weird pronunciation, but the Booty's gonna booty. Yeah.
Or Butte, or whatever.
Yeah, but Mooney for sure. BTJ JCM for Tet and Algier. Did I win? No. Sorry, Rob. Titans, Colts. Colts open up as 14.5-point favorites. I think they deserve to be 14.5-point favorites. You're at home now. I think Colts steamroll the Titans. I don't think they have a shot. 42-7.
I'm going 31-20 Colts. I'm saying it's going to be a little bit closer. I don't like the 14.5-point favorite. And I feel like the Titans, the wind is beneath the wind is deflated from their sails, but I feel like they're not Jets bad. I don't think it's 42.
Yeah, I mean, that's fair. And Leanna, I dropped Christian Watson at this point. I don't trust Packers wide receivers because Jordan Love loves to spread the ball around, Matt LaFleur as well. They've never really had a bona fide one since Adams. And I don't see that changing anytime soon. So, yeah, I'd drop him.
Submit the trade request now.
Broncos, Cowboys. Broncos at home, 3.5 point favorite. This is the one
Smokey was waiting for, right?
Yeah, I think Smokey was waiting on. Heck yeah.
Broncos 3.5 point favorites at home. I believe you said that against the Cowboys. I'm going Broncos 21-17. Just feel like Bo Nix takes advantage of that awful Dallas defense. Yeah, Eberflus switched up and played more man last week, but again, a game plan against the Commanders' offense is not going to be the game plan against the Broncos' offense. Broncos' offense is miles better, in my opinion, with playmakers. And I just feel like Courtland Sutton burns them.
Yeah. I can see the same thing. I think it's a little more defensive than advertised. I think the Broncos take this one 21-20. I agree with your logic. Sutton's going to get his deep shots in. I think the Broncos are going to run the ball a lot better than the Commanders did last week, and it's going to be more of a controlled game. No shade. Just talking about how the Cowboys overperformed last weekend.
Hey, look, man. I'm not taking any hate on that one. We stunk, and we'll talk about that when we talk about Commanders Chiefs. We got Packers 3.5-point favorites at the Steelers. I'm going Steelers 31-28. I'll buy into that 3.5 point. Well, I guess, but just like to eke it out over here. Packers haven't really been playing the most aspiring football, especially with the team that was supposed to be slated for an NFC Championship. How good they've been playing. It's been too close to call in a lot of these games, and they've even lost one. Like I said, we're going to talk about the 14 leg that I almost lost I lost $2,000 on because that one pick was wrong and I had the other ones right.
You had one more wrong though.
I think it was Giants. Yeah. Giants. But either way, I'm still blaming them for it because that was the early window. That was the only one I got wrong out of the freak. So,
yeah.
Tough nails. Going 31-28. I'm going to buy into it, and I just feel like Aaron Rodgers kind of outperformed, and I just feel like the Steelers defense can hold lightly.
Heck yeah. And I'll answer these questions before I jump into my side. Leanna, I would go, man, if Kareem Hunt doesn't start this week or isn't looking like he's going to start, then Pacheco is the better option there for the short term. But, I mean, Kittle long term is going to be fine. They really wanted to get the run game going. They didn't need to pass a lot in that game. And I think they're going to have to pass a lot more on the road in Houston against a tough defense. I would lean Kittle personally just because I think Hunt is going to be active. But either or, I think it's fine. Kittle, Kraft for Lamar Pickens. Sorry, Moto Monkey. I'll go, Lamar Pickens is the better side since you have Kittle. Saquon Fannin and give Chase Brown and Ferg. Yeah, you win, Deegan. Brees Hall, BTJ, and Herbert for CD, JCM.
Appreciate the galaxy, Liana.
Appreciate you. Thank you. But yeah, Nick, I would go CD, JCM side personally, especially if you have quarterback depth. Judkins for Kamara Pittman. If you needed a little more depth at your flex or a wide receiver 2 Patriots, it's a solid deal. I prefer Judkins, but I don't think it's bad either or. Jumping back into Packers Steelers here again. Packers 3.5-point favorites on the road. Steelers coming off a tough loss. Steelers play up or down to their opponents a lot of the time. This feels like primetime games have been wonky all year. Give me the Steelers 17-16.
Yeah, a Duke fest out there, in your opinion, I guess. More or less a defensive fest. Don't hate the pick, but I just think more touchdowns are scored in this game.
Fair enough.
But let's go ahead and get on to the Monday night game. We got Commanders at Chiefs, 10.5-point home favorites for the Chiefs. I'm going Chiefs 31-17. Being a Commanders fan, we haven't really showed any aspiring waiver. We haven't showed any good waiver to get that pick from me. Just who knows who's even going to start, if it's Jaden Daniels or Marcus Mariota. But either way, I mean, Marcus Mariota didn't look too hot when he was in last week, and they just had a good game plan, and we don't know if Terry McLaurin's going to be out on the field too. Plus, with our defense has been playing like Swiss, I think Chiefs take advantage here, and I think commandedly so. I feel like our touchdown's coming garbage time. Commanders fan, hate to see it, hate to say it, but the offense, it's starting to look like a mirage. Unless they can really pick something.
Yep. And we'll see if they can turn it around. Before I jump into my Commanders Chiefs pick, Cameron, I'll say BTJ and Keenan, maybe try to get like a Jalen Waddle or maybe a Devontae Adams since he's on bye. I'm trying to think.
I forgot the cool graphic. Wait, here you go. Y'all can see it now. I forgot the cool graphic.
At the end, all good. I should have told you to pan, but
that's my fault.
Cameron,
I wasn't paying.
You're looking for a wide receiver in that 16, 17 point per game. Maybe even Emeka Egbuka if you have depth like that. Cameron, go for him. Micah, yeah. That, just as you were typing it, man. I think that's perfect. Micah Mayfield, try to get Mahomes. Mahomes Rice stack would be amazing. I I think Mahomes is going to be less effective in fantasy going forward. And call me crazy, but I think he's going to scramble less with more options now.
Don't hate that.
I think he's still good. So if you can get Mahomes over Baker, maybe try to pair Baker in a little piece, but don't spend too much. Olave and Swift for Amon-Ra, W stuff, especially if you have running back depth. I have Rice, but looking for another solid play. I totally get you. If you could get a Egbuka, he's going to be a top 10 guy rest of the season, in my opinion. So back on Chiefs Commanders, in my opinion. Chiefs 10.5-point favorites at home. I think they keep it rolling. They win again. Yeah, and you have JT. Good stuff, Jack. 27-17. Yeah, man. It's too easy of a dub this week against Marcus Mariota and the boys. I'm sorry to say it, but 27-17.
Don't hate on that. No hard feelings here.
Garrett Wilson going to play? I lean no. I don't think he's going to play this week. I think they'll be cautious with them, especially because they're 0-7. There's no point in playing him if he's not 1,000%.
Oh, you got more.
What about Debo? Debo should. I also have Chase Brown and Henry. I'm not worried.
Him being out last week kind of confused.
More worried.
Injury. Glad he did.
Yeah, glad he held out. Yeah, because it was weird. Like he logged some limited practices, and then it got worse towards the back end of the week. I think he maybe playing through like a bone bruise.
He'll probably trip on a Matchbox car and wait it all.
But yeah, Debo should be in, and yeah, you have good depth, Cameron. So again, you can tinker around with it, man. You can tinker around with it. Again, your running backs are solid. Chase Brown, maybe look to move. But yeah, solid team.
Yeah, there we go. If anybody's got any more fantasy questions, drop y'all down below real quick. We'll answer them and get them out of here. I appreciate the follows and the galaxy and the gifts from everybody tonight and the likes and the and
heck yeah, Cameron again. Hampton on your bench, sick, and then Jack. You need a better running back. Diggs, Waddle, AJ Brown. Maybe try to get a Cam Scatterboo right now.
Let's trade.
Let's see your trade, Cam. Yeah, what's your trade, Cam? See it.
You're at Cam Newton's in Madden now again.
Back in Madden. I saw that. Yeah, because I glanced on Brandon's stream and he was playing as Cam. Scat for maybe. Again, you have Amon-Ra. Because that's tough. Because if you have Diggs, Waddle, and AJ Brown, and just Amon-Ra, I'd keep Waddle and try to trade Diggs and AJ Brown for like an Alvin Kamara, maybe. Sounds about right. If you're doing scat, then it'd be scat for Waddle and Diggs, and I don't think you'd want to do that just based on your wide receiver. Yeah, try to move Chase Brown. He had a boom week. Again, this offense is very shaky going forward. I would try to move him. How do you feel Puka and Judkins for Gibbs and Kyron? And wide receiver and scat and flex. Man, trading Puka's hard. I low-key lean Puka Judkins side, Ryan. Yeah, of course, Jack. And then AJ Brown, Ted. It's not franchise. What do you call it? Dynasty trade. AJ Brown, Ted Marion, 2026 third, 2026 first. Oh my gosh.
Freeman's jeans over
I just don't know what to think of it, man, because that's a lot for Jetta's, Pickens, and Warren, but you don't know where Pickens is going to be after this season. You don't know if JJ McCarthy's going to be good. 3-team trade. Low-key, I like the AJ Brown side a lot, but I kind of like it both. But yeah, that wraps it up for us pretty much.
Yeah, if anybody's got anything more, otherwise, we did our predictions. Consider following, guys. We do shorts every week. We do streams every Tuesday night. With the same thing going on, and we'll break some breaking news. Peyton also does FanDuel picks on Fridays and FanDuel Fridays. We'll put out short. Funny laughs and keep you all up to date on some news. How about that? Drop a follow and get on our Discord as well. It's hidden on our TikTok page. If you don't want to go look at it, let us know when we do. We also do Red Zone stream.
True,
yeah, be there, be square, and appreciate you coming in. Any more questions?
No, I think we're all good. Again, appreciate you all for the comments. Go Seahawks.
All right, all right.
Yeah, Seahawks, good dub, Jesus. But again, yeah, great stream. Appreciate you all. Till next time, next week, Tuesday. Come on out.
Yeah, next Friday. Let's go.
Next
Appreciate
Friday.
the follow, Cam. Next
Appreciate
Tuesday,
it,
8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Be here or be.
Go Browns. Go Browns.
Go. Go Jets. Let's go.
Heck yeah. All right.